We're live because of technical difficulties with YouTube, so bear with us as we get those figured out. Did you make a post? Yeah. You need to probably post on Facebook too. Did you ever get into Facebook on here? On the computer? I wonder if I can go live from the computer. Let me. Boom. Did you make a post? Sorry, anybody who's watching. We're live on here because we're having technical difficulties with Facebook. With YouTube. So we're trying to get everybody switched over to Facebook so we can do this tonight. It's been a day, y'all. How's y'all's day going? I hope a little bit better than our evening. Hey, Miss Tina. From Chicago. Hey, Miss Evans from Australia. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera in just a minute. I'm trying to get everything situated so we can get started. Again, if you're just hopping on, we're on Facebook tonight because YouTube, we're having some technical difficulties with it. We haven't quite figured out what we're doing, so bear with us. Thanks for just jumping on over here. Let's see. Where would the post be at? So I can see if everybody saw it. Jamie's my tech guy. Hey, Miss Holmes from Ohio. Wow. Ohio, Chicago, Australia. That's awesome. Did you make it?
I was gonna put your URL.
Okay, but did you make a post?
Mm.
Where's it at? Okay. I'm trusting him that it'll show up. How did the prom dress giveaway go? Oh, it went so good. They gave us an update, but I don't remember how many dresses were given out, but it was a success. There was some phenomenal stories about how God really provided in some of the young kids' lives, so it was really good. I can get a number from the lady who ran it and update you guys next week or next video. Sorry, we just posted a post on YouTube to let them know we're over here on Facebook because we're having technical difficulties. And I'm not savvy enough to figure it out on the spot. I could probably figure it out if I had time.
We didn't know it until we went live.
Yeah, till we tried to go live, we didn't know it. We should have probably prepared a little bit better. All right, well, we've got 8 people on. Sound is not good, so we need to be louder, okay? Let's move you closer. Is that better? Can you talk? You talk loud, remember? We
Hello.
practiced.
Can anyone hear me?
I made him practice because we don't have a microphone. The microphone we do have is not compatible with my phone. We have one on the way. we ordered one, so we do have a microphone on the way. Can everybody hear me and Jamie? I know you can probably hear me because I'm loud, but Jamie?
Nick, can you hear me? I need your.
You need to do it louder.
I need your Facebook.
Well, I don't know what it is. All right. How's the sound for everybody? Are we good? Do we need to adjust some stuff? I know you hear the boys throwing their stuff in the background. Let me see if I can. Is that better? Bear with us. We've never done this before. I mean, I've gone live before, but not like this. If you're just hopping on, we're having some technical difficulties due to YouTube. Well, probably not due to YouTube, due to us not knowing what we're doing. But if you can hear us, let us know. Give us thumbs up. Nobody's responding. Hey, Miss Posey. You're kind of in and out. I wonder if we can switch to the computer. Maybe it might be better. Miss Moser says she can hear me. Or Mr. Moser. Okay. Toby. Hey, bud. Judah hit him. All right, well, tell him not to hit. You gotta switch pages to the farm and pastor's daughter. Come here. All right. Is everybody good? Y'all ready to get started? We got 12 people on. We can get started. Make sure the volume's off on that so we don't get any back and forth. Come here, buddy. You gonna say hey to everybody? What do you want? You want that. What is that? Pepsi. Okay. He wants Pepsi. There you go. All right. Hey, from Indiana. My boys are whiny tonight. They are very whiny tonight. I don't know what's going on, but I guess they're tired. Yeah. But they're doing good. I'm sorry, my hair's going crazy.
We changed the jammies twice.
They had to pick. They wanted Spider-Man jammies, so.
And then Paw Patrol, and then back to Spider-Man.
Remember, you gotta talk loud so they can hear you. You gotta change the tones in your voice. I do want to update you. We have a microphone on the way. It's coming. Hopefully it'll be here before next video, but it has been ordered. All right. So we went and compiled a lot of the questions you guys have asked in former videos. We're going to answer those. But if you have any more, feel free to ask them. We'll try to answer them the best as we can. We're going to try to do this with as little of interruptions as we can, but the boys are here, so it's just going to happen.
All right, hold on.
He said, hold on.
All right. I put the link.
Okay, he put the link to our Facebook on YouTube so that people can come over here, click on there, and get on here.
It'll go straight to the live.
So we're going to get started. All right. So I guess the first. You good? Okay. Just give it to him. Just give him the whole thing.
Give it back to me.
You can take it in Judah's room, okay? He's watching TV. He's watching Power Rangers. Okay. Hello from Arizona.
Goodyear, Arizona.
Jamie's sister lives in Arizona. They live in Mesa, or Mesa, however you say that.
Mesa.
All right, so we're gonna get started. One of the questions we got were, how did the boys get their name? So if you don't know, their names are Judah and Levi, and Judah got his name first because he's the oldest. I really have a heart for worship, and Judah means praise, and so I thought that it would be a good name, and it's also one of the tribes of Israel. It's the tribe that Jesus is from, so it's a good, strong name. And then I think a lot of the prophets are also from Judah. You've got Isaiah and Zechariah and Joel. A bunch of them are from Judah. So good, strong name, biblical name. We loved it. His middle name is Jamison. That's also
My middle name.
his middle name, and that's where you get Jamie. Jamie is actually not his real name. That's his nickname.
And Jameson came from my mom's, what's the word?
Her maiden name is James.
James.
So James' son, Jamison, that's kind of how that came about. Levi, of course, we kind of had a theme at this point. We had Judah, so we wanted to stick with the tribes of Israel, and we picked Levi. Levi was another strong tribe, I guess they're still tribes today. And they had a lot of the priests. I think Moses came from that tribe. I think I said Ezekiel earlier. I think Ezekiel came from this tribe. Ezra, Jeremiah. A lot of good biblical people came from the tribe of Levi. So, and then Rhett is his middle name. It's Levi Rhett, and Rhett, and that came from my favorite movie and favorite book, Gone with the Wind. Rhett Butler, my fiction love, I guess. So that's where that came from. And that was also another question, was what is our favorite movie? My favorite movie is Gone with the Wind. It has always been that since I was a very little girl, very small girl. My grandmother made me watch it a lot, and if you have never seen it, it's like a 4-hour movie. Back then it was on VHS, and it was 2 VHSs, and I would watch it straight through. I've made him watch it once or twice, but I love Gone with the Wind. Love that whole Southern Belle thing. All right, Jamie, what's your favorite movie? Talk loud.
Oh, did you already do band and singer?
No, I just skipped a favorite movie because that kind of led to that.
Okay. Well, my favorite movie is Forrest Gump. I've probably watched it, I do not know how many times. And I just think it's a great movie. It has everything in it. And
Make sure you talk loud. You gotta kind of project, babe.
okay.
She said, Miss Tina said that she is keeping your family in prayers. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So, favorite band or singer? You want to answer that one first? Lean back so they can see you. You're real close. I'm being bossy.
I'd say being as will be 33 this year. That means I graduated in 2009, and around that time was probably still my favorite band would be like the Linkin Park. Any of the early 2000s bands are probably still my favorite.
Mainly, I think he mainly likes rock or like
It's like alternative.
alternative. Yeah, this is gonna sound like I'm kind of coming across a little holier than thou, but I'm not. I just really enjoy worship music, and it's always playing in the car when I'm there. So anything, but here recently I found Brandon Lake. He's he's been around for a while, but for some reason it's the first time I've actually really listened to a lot of his music, and I just have it on repeat. So that's where I'm at now. If you don't get if you haven't listened to Brandon Lake, I suggest you go listen to his song Gratitude. It's beautiful. So if you could go anywhere, this was another question. If we could go anywhere with not worrying about expenses, where would we go? I think it's different for both of us. I'm pretty sure it's different. Where would you go if expenses were not an issue?
It might be the same.
Really?
I would say all over Europe. There's just tons of places to see, things to do. I think we'd even thought about at one point like a cruise
to Europe, like to Greece.
Is it Greece or Scotland or something like that?
That's two totally different,
different places. Yeah, but I'm trying to think of the cruise where I can't remember.
So yeah, I'm with him on that. I would love to do like a 2-week backpack across Europe type situation, but mainly I'd love to go see Ireland. I don't know, something beautiful about that and about that culture. So I'd love to see all the castles. But I'd also really want to go to Paris, and I really want to go to Rome, and I'd like to go to Greece. So if I could just take 2 weeks and just kind of go to all the different places and see, that'd be awesome. Miss Walsh says that she works from home and she listens to Christian music all day. Yeah. I can't read the rest of her comments.
There's nothing holier than thou about it. It's just what I enjoy listening to.
Yes, that's me too. It just soothes my soul. Makes me a little bit more relaxed than I normally am. So, okay. How many siblings do each of you have? And we got a lot of questions because I mentioned I had another brother and sister. But I'll tell you more about that after he answers, because his is a lot shorter than mine.
Yeah, because I have one sister who lives in Arizona, and now the boys are acting crazy.
It's okay. All right, it was an accident. Tell him you're sorry. Okay, so he has a sister. She was actually my best friend growing up. Not that she's not my best friend anymore, but they do live in Arizona. So we don't get to see them as often. I have Isaac, of course you know, and then I have another brother and another sister. So I know Mama has mentioned it on her channel, but a lot of you may not know that PB, Pastor Bryant, is not actually my biological dad. He married my mama when I was 4, and I have Isaac. He's my brother from them. And then my dad, okay, this is going to get really confusing really quick because I still have a really good relationship with my dad, my biological dad, and I call them both dad, and it gets and if I said their names, it would get even more confusing because their names are really close. So, just for clarity, I'm going to refer to him as my bio dad, but like he's, Okay, so my biological dad and my stepmom, they got married when I was about 4.5, 5 years old. It was right after my mom and PB got married. And I'm trying to keep this clear. Well, they have another son and another daughter. And all of my siblings are 6 and 7 years apart from me. So I was the first, of course. My mom and dad split up, remarried, and then I had siblings on both sides. I don't know any different. That's just how it's always been. A lot of people ask how my relationship is with my dad, my biological dad. It's great. He's in the military, so he was in the military. I'm sorry. I don't know if that was clear. He's retired now, but he still works a military civilian type job. I'm not really sure exactly what he does. He lives in Fayetteville, and I don't get to see him as often as I wanted to, as I'd like to. But that's just kind of because I'm grown and I'm working, and he's got things to do, and our schedules just don't align very. But he has been around. He is good. We are good. I'm just so blessed to have 4 parents who really care and love me. I know that's not always the situation, but I just, for some reason, got super blessed. But I did live with my mom and PB, so I mean, I obviously live right beside of him. So I mean, he's my dad too, and we don't differentiate between half siblings. They're all my siblings, and I love them all. So I hope that answers your questions. If you got any more as far as about my family, I'm very open to talking about it. It's like I said, it's not an ugly situation at all. I'm super blessed to have the family that I have. All right.
5
Siblings. Wow.
That's a big family.
That's a lot.
All right. I guess since we're talking about siblings, another question we got a lot was, do we want to have any more kids? What do you say, Jamie? Put you on the spot.
I'm fine with 2.
I would like one more.
2
And
is a good number.
he's going to say that to y'all, but I have actually talked him into a maybe.
If I win the lottery.
No, that is not what you maybeed. You maybeed once Levi gets closer to school age. Right now, daycare is super expensive. It is one of our biggest expenses, and in the world we live in, neither of us can stay home. We have to both work. So that's a big thing for us that we're just kind of trying to be wise about. Like, if we do decide to have any more children, we want to make it a little bit closer to when Levi starts school. Judah starts school this year. Levi starts school. He's 3. He'll start in 2 more years. So not much longer, but I got him talking to a maybe. So I know that's not very clear. I want him. He's good either way, I guess. Financially, we'd probably be better if we just stuck with 2, but I want to try one more time for a little girl.
Joyce Ann's high from
Louisiana. That's awesome. All right. Do you want to, I think we're here. What is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
my first name.
His first name, yes.
Which I will not tell you.
I'll tell you.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I will.
Mm-mm.
It's the old man's name.
See, look at that. See, look, I wanted 1 more, and I got 2 more.
2 more?
Mm-mm.
I have 2 girls. Look, that would be a double blessing from God, she
Costs
said.
double the money, too.
It's worth it, right? Something that people are surprised to learn about him is his first name. And I'll tell you, it's Hubert. He's got an old man name. But that was his granddaddy's name. That's his daddy's name. We did not pass that on to Judah. He did not want to. He said no. But, and I guess, I don't know. There's not really, I'm pretty much an open book. So people pretty much get all of me at once. But I guess my middle name.
You want me to say it?
No, you don't have to say it. My middle name is Virginia. I'm named after the states that my mom and my bio dad were from. So My mama was from North Carolina, so you got Caroline, and then my dad was from Virginia. So, and that back to Virginia. My biological dad, lived in Virginia for the majority of my life, and I guess his life too. They were several hours away. They lived in Fredericksburg, so we didn't really get. I didn't as I got older and started working and playing sports. They lived in Danville when I was younger, so I could go every other weekend. But once I got playing sports and I was working, I didn't get to go as often. But I always tried to go during the summer. Now they live in Fayetteville, so they're a lot closer. But I still don't get to see them as much as I'd like to. Because, yeah, we work and they work. Okay, so did either of you play sports? It's a loaded question.
Not. I mean, I played coach pitch baseball back whatever age that is. And then I didn't do anything during high school. I just had a job in 10th grade. So I've had a job since 10th grade and didn't worry about any extracurriculars because I could work and make money. So.
Yeah. So I did play sports. I played softball through middle school and high school. And even we played on a co-ed team after graduation at church. But I loved softball. I played all 4 years, and I also ran track for like one of those years. It was terrible. I don't suggest it. Or it was supposed to keep me in shape for playing ball, but I hated every minute of it. And if I'm ever running and you see me running, you should probably run too because there's no reason. It's danger. That's the only reason I'd be running. So, all right, and I played a little bit everywhere. Played outfield. What did I play? I played second base. Second base was my favorite. That's where I wanted to be all the time. But they would throw me in the outfield every now and then. And sometimes I played first, especially in co-ed. I played a lot of first, and I loved first because you get all the action at first. First base. So, all right. What do we do for a living? I'll let you answer yours because yours is, whoo.
All right, so.
Talk loud.
I always wear a shirt like this. And I work for a company that services and maintains, I guess, gas stations. So we install or we service cash registers in gas stations, the gas pumps, pretty much everything from a mom and pop gas station to a airport or a quarry
or the zoo.
Yeah, the zoo. Anywhere that has a gas pump, we'll get a job to go out there and do. Before I did the job, just like you probably have never thought anyone worked on gas pumps. I didn't think anybody worked on gas pumps. It's not a job that I thought existed.
Well, it's just not in the forefront of
you wouldn't think about
what you're thinking about.
So
when you go to apply for jobs or look for jobs. Yeah. But it's been a really good job. He loves it.
Been doing it for 7 years now. So.
Yeah. So me, I work for the government. I work just in human services and getting people, the public and communities assistance. That's what I do. All right. What are your hobbies?
Nowadays, I have no idea.
We work and we come home and we eat and we sleep. That's about it right now.
Hobbies. I mean, I guess a hobby would doing things with friends be a hobby? Like game nights. I don't know.
Yeah,
if that counts.
we like board games. we do have an occasional. We try to meet, once every other month, or there's not really a schedule to it, but we try to get together with a couple of our friends who have younger kids. Their kids come over and play, and we play board games. Hey, from Canada. Hey. That's awesome. That excites me. That's somewhere else I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Canada.
I tried to get her to go.
He did, but I don't have. He wanted me to go in a couple weeks, and I don't have a passport, so it's not possible. But we do want to go see the Niagara Falls. Is that?
No, that's just the
Part of
thing
it.
that popped up, and I said, let's go to Niagara Falls.
But I got to get a passport first. As far as hobbies for me, well, he likes. I'm gonna answer kind of for you. You like to play video games, pretty good. You don't get to do it often, but you like to do it.
I used to play video games all the time, but
Yeah.
now, no.
Now with kids and a wife, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe
2 hours a week
yeah.
at the most.
At the most right now, yeah. Now he does play on his phone a little bit more than that, but for me, I love to paint. I like to, and I'm not saying that I'm an artist by any means. I like to go on YouTube and find videos of other people painting stuff and then trying to recreate it. There's no way that I could picture something and then paint it. I don't know how to do that, but I like to follow steps and paint. I love to read. I don't get to do it often, but when I do, it takes me. I have a friend who can sit there and read a book in like 2 days, and I can't do it. I used to could when I had the time,
That was insane.
but it takes me a month to get through a book. So that's, even if the book's easy and it's not, I fall asleep. That's my problem. I get in that recliner and I start reading and I fall asleep. What else? I like to garden, like flowers and plants. That's something his mama really introduced to me. And she's taught me a lot, and we've landscaped our first rent house together. We landscaped the trailer that we used to live in with his mom. His mom helped me, and now even the house. And she's still all the time bringing new stuff and teaching me how to do it. And it's really been a good bonding thing for me and Cindy too, because I'll call her randomly and be like, "Hey, I broke my aloe plant. How do I fix it?" And she's like, "Oh, stick it in dirt." And she tells me what to do. So that's good. But that's about it as far as I have for hobby. One more. I like to write. Writing is probably my better way of communicating, only because I can sit and think, and I can use bigger words because I'm not thinking them on the spot. I have time to think about them. So it comes out a little bit more eloquently than when I speak. And there's no ums, because I know that drives everybody crazy. So I say it a lot. I can't help it. I was about to say it again. Anyways, I like to write.
Anyways, Queen.
Look, I just said All right, let's move on. Let's say it again. How was it growing up as a PK? I know I can't.
Don't look at
You
me.
can't answer that, but you can answer how it was to date a PK, a preacher's kid. Growing up a preacher's kid. Okay, that's a really loaded question.
I can answer my part.
You can answer your part.
My part would be
Growing up dating a preacher's kid, because we started dating when I was 15.
yeah.
So
We could see each other Sunday night, Wednesday night,
and one weekend
and one weekend.
we got to see each other at
For,
church.
how many years? Yeah, that was.
So we got married.
No, it's probably till you was at least 18.
18, 19, yeah.
And then we might have got another day during the week.
Yeah, I had a curfew. Yes, that was, of course. No, growing up a preacher's kid. Probably as a kid, I resented it a little bit, and to the point that I said I would never ever marry a preacher. But now I can't imagine it any other way. I love my background. I love Yeah, you can be in the video. You want to come say hey? He's gonna come say hey real quick, and then I'll.
Right here, come here.
No, just come up here. We'll just pick you up.
Tell everybody hey.
Right here.
All right. Bye. Go back to your room.
If they ask you a question, I'll have them come answer.
Yeah, if they ask any questions for you, we'll come get you. But yeah, growing up at PK, I resented it back then just because I wanted to be able to do stuff that I probably shouldn't have done. But I don't resent it now. I love it. I love that that's my heritage, I guess you can say. There's some hard parts to it, but there's so much beauty in it, and it really enforced a servant heart, I guess. Not enforced, but it made me get that eventually. Now I haven't always had that. That doesn't always come naturally, but God's just been so good, and I wouldn't want any other life. So I will say that if you have preachers' kids in your church that are young or teenagers, love on them. They get left out a lot. Not left out in the fact that they don't get to hang out with their youth group or whatever, but I'm saying like left out in, like everybody pretty much expects them to have it together, and they're kids still. So pray for them, show them you're interested in them. Everybody's interested in their parents, and they know them as the preacher's kid, but they don't know you as, like, they knew me as Pastor Bryant's daughter, but they didn't know me as Caroline. And I was very lucky to have a youth pastor who really invested in us and in me, and Pastor Chris, and he really loved on us. So if you do have a pastor's daughter or pastor's family, pastor's wife, I encourage you to just reach out and love on them, because sometimes they don't get it.
All right.
So, anybody got any other questions? I have one more that we want to hit up, but if you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. We'll try to get to everything. How long have we been on? Do you see?
36 minutes.
36 minutes. So, 10, 15 more minutes, and we can wrap it up. So if you have any more questions, let us know. Go ahead and type them in there while we're answering this last one. This one came up, and I was kind of like, I didn't even think about that. It was, did Jamie's parents ever feel envious of the relationship that the boys have with my parents?
I don't think so. They come down whenever they want to come down. We always have a place for them to come. They have a bedroom that they have.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I mean I would say with them living at the beach where they live now, we've probably seen more of them with them actually
Being at the beach?
being at the beach more than they ever did. Oh, that sounds bad.
No, it doesn't sound bad. I know what you mean.
More than they did when they were here, and
they had somewhere to stay, so they didn't come and stay with us when they lived here. But now they live at the beach, and so they don't have anywhere else to stay, so they stay with us, and we get to see them. I'd say absolutely not. The boys love them so much. Grammy, quit interrupting me being rude.
In a minute, we'll
Come get you when it's your turn. Okay, so they come down, and the boys just love them. Grammy is one of a kind. She just wrestles with them. She gets down on the floor. The only thing that they might be a little envious of is that they're right next door. But we get to go visit them at the beach. It's awesome. But no, my boys love them. My boys have four grandparents that are just awesome. The boys have actually gone and spent the night with them. Anytime we need babysitters or whatever, Cindy drops everything and comes down. So they're just as close with Jamie's parents as they are mine. Unfortunately, you guys don't get to see that a lot because Brent and Cindy don't have a YouTube that they share that on. But they are just as close, and they are, hands down, they have the best grandparents there are. All 6 of them. Even my dad and my stepmom love the boys, and they come down when they can. So, and they know who they are. They know who Grandpa and Grandma Jackson is. Oh, you want to say hey? This one wanted to come say hey. He's been quiet. All right, we gotta go down, okay? I think their TV went off, Dad. We want to go fix that. Daddy's going. Daddy's going. Daddy's going. Okay. So, what do you like about living in North Carolina? I like that we're just close to everything. We're 3 hours from the beach. We're 2 hours from the mountains. We're in driving distance from just literally about anything. We get the best of both worlds. I mean, we get the best of everything with the seasons. Of course, I don't necessarily want all the seasons in the same week, but we get that a lot too. But yeah, I like North Carolina pretty good. And it's just where my family is. It's home. Always has been. I'm trying to look and see if I'm missing anything.
Jamie is
From North Carolina as well. We met. My dad came and his church didn't have a pastor, and my dad was filling in, and it was actually his first pastorate. We went in there, saw this cute little blonde-headed little boy, thought he was just so cute. I was 8, and became best friends with his sister, and then he didn't really want anything to do with me until high school, and then we started dating, and the rest is history. How many brothers and sisters do you have? I have one brother. I have one sister and 2 brothers. He has 1 sister.
and I did
Talk a little bit about my my biological dad and my stepmom. They so you can go back and watch that in the replay. I don't want to rehash that out, but I don't know if I told what they did for a living. My dad was in the military, and my stepmom is a teacher. And they've all been in my life. Like my stepmom and PB have both been in my life since I was about 4. I don't know any different. I don't remember any different. I work with my dad at his chicken farm. Do either of you ever work at the chicken houses, and do you like it? Yes. We work 40 hours a week outside of the farm, but so we don't get to do it often. And then we have the boys on the, of course. But yes, we do. We like to help set up the houses. We've walked chickens when they're sick or when they have something else they need to do. We do work in the chicken farm. I love it. I absolutely love it. And if there was any way that I could full-time work the chicken farm, I would totally do it in a heartbeat. But I also really like my job, so I'm kind of torn. As far as Jamie, you can answer that.
Every now and then, whenever they ask me for help, I help. I know I've had to take off work at least one time to help them out.
Yeah,
And
they had something going on in one of the houses, and we had to go help. It was kind of a little emergency, but it was a long time ago. And we had to take off. Well, we both did. And Jamie, I don't think anybody really enjoys the smell of working in the chicken houses, but it's not bad. You get used to it, and the boys the boys absolutely love playing in the chicken houses and working in the chicken houses. So, Mommy's silly. You're silly. But yes, I love the farm. I would totally. People look at me, I'm crazy when I tell them I'm like, yeah, I know, we get that all the time. Hey, you're being ugly.
My boy's tired.
Yeah, it's his night time. Alright. No, it's not quite night time. Come here.
Say bye-bye.
Oh, you want to say bye-bye?
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say it
I don't
louder.
think we're getting off.
Yeah.
You want to go watch?
You want to go
Blippi?
watch?
TV? No? Okay. You can stay right here. He likes to be held. This is our cuddly one.
And when Judy gets jealous, he wants to be held too.
Yes.
Chicken, hogs, and ducks.
Okay.
When I was a kid, we had all kinds of animals.
Yeah, Jamie.
Not the
Farm animals.
farm animals. We had
His mama liked to take in strays.
dogs, cats, birds, guinea pigs.
Not all at the same time.
At one point in time, we might have had all of them at the same time. Fish, like an aquarium full of fish. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed having
Bunnies.
animals.
Y'all had bunnies too, didn't you?
Probably.
Or maybe it was me. I had bunnies growing up. But yeah, no, now we just have the 2 dogs, our chickens, the chicken houses, and some cows. But that's it. And we have a stray mama kitty that lives outside. I'm allergic, so we just put her out food when she's there. We don't feed her often, but just enough to keep her around.
I don't know if anyone else's kids do this. But Levi,
He likes to hold
he
your
likes to
thumb.
grab your thumbs.
Not any other finger.
Just your thumbs.
Just your thumb, and that's when he wants to go be put to sleep. So,
All right. Any more?
questions? We're gonna hop off. If not,
Get 'em in.
we've definitely enjoyed spending this 30-40 minutes with you.
It will be on YouTube Live next time.
Yes, we will get it on YouTube next time. We'll get that figured out before we go live next. We will have another video. Well, hang on, I'll be right back. Let me get off this and I'll be there. Okay, and I'll come rock you. We'll have another video this week, and let's see what else. Oh, a lot of you guys did give me good feedback about wanting to do a book in the Bible, but I need some more specific. What book in the Bible? We've done Daniel before. I don't know where to go, and I'm praying about it, and I thought about maybe learning about Gideon, but I don't know what y'all want. So give me some specific ideas for what book of the Bible you want to study, and then I can kind of go from there and maybe find some study material out to go along with the Bible. Do you like the Atlanta Braves? I'm from Georgia. Yes, we are Braves fans, especially me.
I do not like driving in Atlanta though.
No, I would love to go to the Braves Stadium and watch a game.
Yeah, I was actually in Atlanta a couple years ago
Hang on, bub.
getting a certification for the job that I do, and I was just a couple miles from the stadium. I probably could have went to a game if I wanted to, but
I've been to Covington, Georgia. Oh, I've been to Atlanta too. I went to Margaret Mitchell's house, who's the author of Gone with the Wind. But she has like a little museum there in Atlanta. But I also went to Covington, where it's I think it's called the Hollywood of the South, where all the movies were filmed. A lot of the movies were filmed, anyways.
yeah.
Not Gone with the Wind. I'm sorry, that's
He's over
confusing.
here.
But just there's a lot of TV shows and movies that were filmed in Covington, so it was kind of cool to see
Yeah, and I also like the Yankees, but I more liked them in the Derek Jeter days because I was a fan of Derek Jeter. I don't know anyone who's not a fan of Derek Jeter. So back when he was finishing out his career with the Yankees, that's when I was really into watching them. So
Another funny story about Atlanta is in here where we're from, there are no like traffic lights at the end of exit ramps. You just kind of merge on to traffic. But there was in Atlanta, and I was with my best friend, and we weren't married yet, but she was getting married to her husband, and we had kind of went on a little girls trip. And I totally merged into traffic, ran the red light, everything. Didn't even realize that there was traffic lights there. Wasn't even paying attention. Totally merged right on in to like the busiest time, the busiest road, highway, whatever. It was very dangerous, especially when Caroline was driving.
we know how to merge on the highway. I mean,
Well, I thought I did until there was a stoplight there.
Well,
That was interesting.
But
All right, I think we're good.
Joanne said she loved watching your crock pot meals.
Oh yeah, those are easy. I like using my crock pot. I actually got a new one for Christmas, so
Now we have two.
now I can do even more. I'll definitely look up some more crock pot meals for this busy family and to do videos on. So
And we did a Mississippi punch.
yeah, we did the pot roast and then we did the chili.
Okay.
But yeah, so let me know what book of the Bible y'all are interested in, and I'll do some research and we'll get started on that. That'll be the next big thing. And if you have any more questions, leave them here. I'll try to answer them in other videos. But we're gonna get off here and get these boys to bed because he's super whiny. And it's, what time is it? 8:30. It's actually not his bed. I mean, he normally goes down around 9, so it's about right.
All right, Judy, come here.
Judy, come here. You want to say goodbye? Do y'all have any crazy questions for Judah real quick?
He can answer questions. Come here, Judah.
Judah.
Judah, come here.
Hang on, baby. Judah, come here. Do you want to answer questions? Take your mask off. You can't be Spider-Man on the video.
Come here.
please.
No, come
Come
here.
here. Do you have any questions, Levi?
Come here.
Levi, who is your favorite Paw Patrol? Who's your favorite Paw Patrol? Ryder.
Who's your favorite?
My favorite is
Look over here.
Look at the camera.
my favorite is this.
No, your favorite.
No,
Paw
your
Patrol.
favorite Paw Patrol, not your favorite character. He loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Paw Patrol?
Animal. You like Chase or Marshall? Chase.
All right, you want to say?
You want to say the ending for us?
Yeah.
You got to look here. You're looking at the wrong thing.
Be loud.
Oh, do you like dinosaurs, Judah? Do you like dinosaurs, Levi?
Yeah, I like dinosaurs.
He does. He's telling stories.
I like dinosaurs.
Yes, we went to Jurassic Quest. Or he did. I didn't get to go.
Do you know what, Mama?
What?
Some week can we go to Jurassic World?
Maybe?
You'll have
Is there a world?
It's
That
like
sounds really ominous.
You see real life dinosaurs.
Maybe when you get older, we'll let you watch the Jurassic Park movies, and you might not want to go after that.
Wait, why am I in this jammy?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we'll give just a few more seconds, and then we'll get off of here.
Oh, baby, better.
Hold on.
You got to do our ending.
See if anybody else wants to ask you a question.
If you be bad or good, Santa's gonna tell you that you're not gonna get presents.
Oh.
Bye, everybody.
That's not it.
That's not the ending.
Bye, bye.
All right.
Okay, you're.
All right, I guess that's it. Can you tell them? And remember,
Jesus loves you, and so do we.
good night, everybody.
Bye.
See y'all.
Sorry.
Good night.
Night.
Why do you have